everybody. I know I haven't made a video on my iMac for a long time, and that's because the quality isn't as good, but I can't find my stand for my camera, and it's not charged, and I already got ready and everything, so it's like, whatever. If they really want to know the information, the quality won't really matter, will it? So there have been 2 questions that I've been getting like at least once a day on each of the videos. So I thought that I would address those 2 questions in particular to start. And then we'll move on to more not so common questions. So the first one I get is, do they help you get a job after you leave Jobcorps? Do they really help you find a place to live? Do they really help you to find a car? Do they find you a job? And the answer is, it all depends on you, my friend. When I first went to Jobcorps, it wasn't as full as it is now. I guess 80% of the Jobcorps are over full, which means that some people don't even start their vocations until they have an open spot. So they stick you in academics, even if you don't need it. But they kind of do. They really don't address you as your own person. They kind of find one job and then send it to everybody. So let's say they find a medical office job at a dentist office. They will call everybody who is an MOS or CNA, anybody that has a medical voc, and they will spread that one job. So it's all up to you to go to the interview. They will provide transportation most of the time. But as for them like finding you a specific job to fit your vocation, they really don't do that anymore because the places are so full and they have so many people to find a job for. They even try to find you jobs at like McDonald's and stuff like that because they're more focused on getting you employed, not necessarily for your vocation. But a good way to be ensured that you're going to find a job is don't only go by them. They give you lots of resources to do your own searching for a job. So if you don't like something that they suggest, go to the websites, go visit the places. Make the effort, and I guarantee you will find a good job. Unless you're like me and kind of stubborn and you don't want to take a bus 10 miles away, then maybe you won't find a job. And as for apartments, they do not find you an apartment. They give you places that you can go to for apartments. They'll ask you what your income is. They might even give you Section 8. They might suggest you go for welfare. It really depends on your situation if you don't want to live at home. I am at home at my father's house. I live with my son and my fiance. The second question I keep getting is, are you allowed to bring your kids to Jobcorps? I guess some people heard that you can't and others have heard that you can. And honestly, most Jobcorps don't let you bring your kids. There's off-center and there's on-center. If you live on-center, that means that you stay in the dormitories. If you live close enough, you could be off campus so that you could still go home and take care of your kids after school, but they really won't provide babysitters and stuff like that. If you want to know which Jobcorps do allow you to bring kids, you can either call your nearest Jobcorps and ask them to find it, or you can go to the Jobcorps official website, which is jobcorps.gov. As for any other questions that I've gotten, I have been asked if you could bring your mini fridge. Most dorms really won't let you unless you're like in honor hall or something like that. You have to kind of earn it when you first get there. Other Jobcorps don't even let you bring like your iPods and stuff like that. Ask the front desk, ask the people as many questions as you possibly can because I don't want to mislead anybody. As for a straightforward answer, in my opinion, as far as I know, no. Most Jobcorps don't let you bring your children. However, I know of a couple that do. I also got a question about completion money. I don't think they knew, but we knew. So when I completed, I didn't fly a plane back home. I rode a bus, and it was like a 28-hour ordeal, and they only gave me $20 to live off of the whole way home, and they usually give the people who are on buses about $40 so that they could have more money for food and shit like that. So I was basically on a store hot dog, chips, and then McDonald's finally way at the end diet. But completion money, it really depends on you, because me, I did get the full $1,200, but not in one day. They do it in 2 segments, usually in $550 and then $523, because they take stuff out for some reason. But for D-Love, they gave her less than $1,200. They gave her like $1,000, so that was kind of messed up. We did say something, and they said that it was something about her owing something. I don't know, but it was pretty shady that they said $1,200, and they said that she owed something. They didn't even show us any paperwork that she owed anything. There was no proof, so I'm just thinking that they were being stingy a little bit, which don't promise people $1,200 and then not give it to them. And the other question that I noticed that a lot of people ask is, how long does it take for them to accept you? Again, it's really determining on where you live, what Jobcorps you're going to, and your situation. It took them about 5 months to accept me, and then they took like a month for them to accept another one of my friends. Again, really, everything that has to do with Jobcorps is really up to you, up to that Jobcorps, up to where you're going, and why. Teen moms usually get accepted quicker than guys do. And if you're out of high school, usually you'll get accepted quicker too, because they want you to graduate with your class and stuff like that. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I will probably make another video if I get the same question over and over, but as for right now, that's all I've got for you. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week.